You will die today. His name is La Gang, and he doesn't even know why these people want to kill him. On a fine morning, he simply woke up in a strange room with no memory of how he got there. He's disoriented, and before he can make sense of things, he hears a mysterious woman's voice through an earpiece. The woman urgently directs him to escape, warning him that he's in danger. And from nowhere, people started coming in with several weapons to kill him. La Gang was in danger because he was being targeted by various factions, including the CIA, who believe he lost valuable information regarding a deadly zombie virus spreading in South Korea. The virus is wreaking havoc, and La Gang may hold critical information or a role in locating someone that could neutralize the virus.
However, he finds out that he instinctively knows how to block the attacks and plan escape decisions even in split seconds. Professional and well-trained fighters and agents corner him into a shop, but it's as if his hands, legs, and complete mental instincts have been trained for a time like this. Despite their attempts, no one was able to bring him to his knees or capture him. But of course, one man could only hold out against attack from several people at once. He also had his own fair share of sound beating.
Remember that he lost his memory? With no memory of how he got involved, he's thrust into a high-stakes game where the mysterious woman's voice becomes his only guide to survival as he evades enemies who want to capture or eliminate him. Following the woman's directions, La Gang crashes through the window, quickly grabbing a coat, only to face a deadly chase from Fubo Lu. Following the woman's instructions, La Gang broke out of the window and just as he found a coat to put on, but he was chased by a man. This is how the wonderful fight scene at the beginning came about. Then the voice of the woman appeared in La Gang's mind again. Following her instructions, he finds a yellow van. The woman, waiting in front, pulls him inside. After getting in the car, the woman told La Gang that a zombie virus had appeared in South Korea, and some people had been infected. In order to resist the zombie virus, they have prepared 1 billion vaccines. But to completely fight this virus, they need to find a girl named Xiaola, who has antibodies that can completely kill this virus. But the problem now is that the CIA has taken the lead in finding Xiaola and trying to bring Xiaola back to the United States. The woman asked La Gang to find Xiaola and bring her back. She told La Gang that he was a spy for the CIA before, and he made great contributions in North Korea and became a national hero. He also has a wife and a daughter, but his wife died of the virus and his daughter was also infected with the virus but currently receiving treatment at the institute. La Gang, who was in a state of confusion, could only believe. After reaching the roof of the opposite building, he carefully sneaked in, then jumped to get rid of the guard and came to the room where Xiaola was imprisoned. But just as La Gang was about to leave with Xiaola, footsteps were heard outside. La Gang throws 2 smoke bombs, and the CIA agents collapse. But just as they're escaping, a laser dot appears on La Gang's head. The CIA has hacked his phone, tracking his location. They want to do a full-body search, but La Gang hears the woman's voice again, revealing she had sent a decoy signal through La Gang's false teeth. The agent removes the false teeth, but then La Gang seizes the moment. A massive explosion blasts a hole in the wall, allowing La Gang and Xiaola to escape and steal a van. But as they enter an alley, Xiaola is suddenly grabbed by a motorcyclist. La Gang kicks over a second bike, jumps on it, and chases them down. A van arrives to assist La Gang in rescuing Xiaola. In the struggle, she nearly falls off the vehicle but is saved by La Gang. A security guard pursues them on a motorcycle, engaging in combat. After a fierce battle, La Gang manages to push the guard off, but more motorcycles pursue, leading to a massive crash. La Gang saves Xiaola again and takes her to a military airport, where they board a flight to a research facility. Unfortunately, the pilot becomes infected just after La Gang's wounds are treated. The woman's voice directs La Gang to the cargo hold, where Xiao La is taken. La Gang finds Xiao La, but suddenly, the doctor appears behind him, and they engage in a struggle. Although skilled, the doctor gains the upper hand, but Minister Kim shoots the doctor, asking why he betrayed them. The doctor claims he acted for world peace. Just as Minister Kim aims, the doctor seizes the moment and overpowers him. Despite being armed, Minister Kim is no match for the trained doctor and dies. La Gang seizes the chance to strangle the doctor, telling Xiao La to flee. Xiao La escapes, but La Gang is hit by a bomb and reduced to ashes. Back in the cabin, Xiao La encounters a mysterious flight attendant who starts shooting at passengers, causing chaos. The doctor takes Xiao La, sets a grenade, and jumps out of the plane. La Gang, still alive, clings to the aircraft as it explodes, fending off the blast. With a massive explosion, they tumble midair, firing at each other. Luckily, La Gang and Xiao La land on a pig transport truck, but more attackers appear.
It was a bloody fight, but La Gang's fighting instincts are still there, and he defends the two of them quite brilliantly.
La Gang brought Xiao La to the bottom of a waterfall. Just when the two were about to drink a sip of water, a bloody corpse suddenly floated in the stream. Then the corpse flew out of the water with a swish. Fortunately, La Gang was quick-witted and shot every shot, but he never thought that at this time, the waterfall in the distance was constantly rushing towards the zombies. La Gang brought Xiao La to a suspension bridge, and when they were halfway there, Xiao La accidentally dropped the frame. La Gang hurriedly grabbed her hand tightly, and at this time both ends of the suspension bridge were surrounded by a large number of zombies. At this time, a military vehicle drove over the cliff, and the woman who came down from it held a sniper rifle and called out the names of the zombies one by one. As La Gang was rescued, the woman told La Gang that she was the gang guy who had been communicating with him. At the same time, a man came down from the military vehicle and told him that he was the supreme commander, named Bao Gang, and that gang guy was his wife. La Gang was stunned when he heard this. Didn't they say that his wife was dead? It turned out that these were all lies made up by Gang Guy to arouse La Gang's fighting spirit. La Gang asked them to restore his memory, but the man knocked him out instead, and then left with Gang Guy and Xiao La. When La Gang woke up, he found that he had been taken to a huge deep pit, and there were countless zombies below. The soldiers kept pouring gasoline into the deep pit, and then threw a torch. The group of zombies climbed out of the deep pit like a fire god and ran towards everyone. After defeating the zombies, La Gang got necessary information from one of the soldiers. La Gang drove to the front of the laboratory building and rushed over without hesitation. His wife then joined him to attack. They came to the laboratory to rescue their daughter, Xiao La. Countless zombies suddenly broke out of the window. Fortunately, they were blessed by a jeep coming in and drove the jeep away. On the way, Xiao La's father restored La Gang's memory. It turned out that the family of three was discovered by Bao Gang when they were escaping from the virus outbreak. La Gang hopes to bring Xiao La back in exchange for the safety of his wife and daughter. He injected La Gang's daughter with a pathogenic virus to threaten him to complete the task, and Gang Guy could only direct La Gang to complete the task behind the scenes for his daughter. La Gang recovered all his memories and took his wife's hand. Just when the two were about to reminisce about the past, the military vehicle suddenly fell into a deep pit. A motorcycle drove over, and La Gang was shocked. Then a large number of pursuers came, and several people prepared to act separately. La Gang rode a motorcycle with his two children to catch the train, while Gang Guy and Xiao La's father attracted the attention of the pursuers. The pursuers came after him again. He picked up the fire extinguisher and used two knives to double kill.
He is scared and he first tries to hide himself in the train, but the enemies won't stop coming. More soldiers come swinging in to kill La Gang and capture his children, but when someone fights well without his memory, how better would he fight when he now remembers his children, wife and all that is at stake? He starts shooting the soldiers with accurate precision, while dodging their shots with a brilliant flexibility.
After getting rid of the last guy, he turned around and found that Xiao La was caught on the helicopter. La Gang jumped directly to the operating table, controlled the manipulator, grabbed the soldier and pulled out of the helicopter. Bao Gang came over in the plane. With his order, a rocket was fired, and La Gang escaped with the help of a mechanical arm. With the huge explosion shock wave, he climbed onto the helicopter. Bao Gang was also angry at this time. He actually took out the Gatling gun with blue flames and fired at La Gang. With the output of 100,000 bullets per minute, La Gang's plane was directly destroyed. Fortunately, La Gang finally jumped onto the train with his bald head, and then jumped onto Bao Gang's plane with the gap between the train. The two of them had their own anti-human operations. They completely ignored the gravity of the Earth and played an upside-down attack on the plane. However, due to the death of the pilot, the plane was out of control. La Gang could only climb to the front of the plane to control the plane. At this time, the professor and others also caught up with the train, but the steel pole was spotted by the soldiers and they started fighting on the car. La Gang turned and saw that his wife was in danger. After plugging the explosive gang into the control console, he jumped off the plane at the right time and the helicopters crashed. That was a smart move. They maneuvered their way into the train below and found their daughter, but unexpectedly, the bridge exploded and the movie ended there.